Hey y'all, what's up? Joe Bizzle289 here. Today we're going to do an unboxing and review of the Logitech G910 Orion Spectrum RGB mechanical gaming keyboard. I'm really excited to check this thing out. I've seen it at the store and I'm glad to finally get my hands on one and give it a thorough unbox and once over here. So as I said, it is a mechanical keyboard and it comes with the Roamer G style of switches, and Logitech says here on the packaging that they are designed specifically for gaming, ultra durable mechanical switches, and are tested to last over 70 million key presses and actuate up to 25% faster than standard mechanical switches. I mean, with me being the best gamer in the world, I need all the advantage I can get. So yes, I'll take 25% faster than anybody. Yeah. It's got 16.8 million colors for your RGB, so any kind of color combination that you may want. And you can match your system's look or synchronize effects and colors with other Logitech G devices, so it is completely customizable. And then you have 9 G keys, so you can program your own macros. It also has a couple of additional macro keys up there, so a lot of flexibility if you're into macros. And then it has ARX control, so you can connect your smartphone or tablet to the keyboard and then take a look at peripherals, or peripheral status. Even CPU, your PC status. You can download that through your App Store or Android, whatever. So without any further ado, let's go ahead, pop her open, and see what she looks like. Pop it open, and it looks like it's just a box within a box here. Put that aside. Okay. Yep, okay. We don't need this. We're done with that. Okay. So then we open it up here. All right. So we got some cardboard and looks like some shrink wrap or whatever. Okay. All right. And the cable is just tucked into a piece of cardboard. That's all it is, just a little retainer there. Okay, get rid of that. And then it just kind of tucks in there. Then of course you have your standard owner's manual and safety concerns with it as well. Be safe. Okay. All right, so it's not a braided cable. It's just your standard kind of USB cable. Get it out of the plastic wrap here. Okay. Get rid of that there. Okay, so first impressions here. All right, immediately notice the blue dock here for your phone or your tablet. Looks like it's pretty stable. We'll put the phone on there. Okay, would it work with? Does it work with an Android? How much farther does it come out here? Okay, looks like I'll have to. Now I have a Google Pixel, so that might be something to consider here. If it, I had to take it out of the case. Okay, does it work with USB-C? Okay, doesn't look like it works with USB-C, so definitely something to think about. Yeah, and I don't want to jam it on there and hurt the phone. We'll give it one more good college try here. No, so does not work with USB-C, from what I can gather anyway. If somebody else figures out a way, let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. Okay. So there's that. All right, and then the wrist rest is removable. Okay, it just pops off. Overall, I don't really like this design for the wrist rest, as it feels very flimsy. It's just a piece of plastic. It doesn't feel like there's much comfort to it. It feels like that would get very uncomfortable over a long period of time. Okay, so maybe that's just more of an aesthetic there, although I don't see why you would want to game without that, as this part would get uncomfortable over a long period of time. Okay, so we'll put that back in there. And it just snaps in there, and very easily to pop off, and again, it feels very flimsy, that little piece. So if you have little ones, you know, kiddos or something, you know, something to consider, as they might be able to snap that off. Okay, now impressions of the feel of the keyboard. Okay, right away, you know, it feels very flat. It's not your kind of standard, you know, up style keyboard, you know, not up like that. It's very kind of flat down, you know, which, I mean, it doesn't feel, I don't know, it feels kind of awkward to me. It feels kind of awkward. And then, so let's put up the feet here. And the feet are just, here's what the feet look like. Just these right here. Okay, there it is with the feet. Okay, somewhat better. Okay, and these are this is what the switches sound like. To describe the feeling, it feels kind of mushy, to be honest. Kind of mush. Like I feel like I can push even further, you know, down past where it goes. I mean, that doesn't mean that I don't feel responsive. It just feels like I really got to push harder to get where it needs to go. Okay, so other features that it comes with, you have your standard, you know, media buttons here. You have a wheel for volume up, down, and then play, stop, you know, next song, previous song. And then it's got a mute button, and then an RGB on and off. And then it's got a game or Windows mode. So you just push this, and then you can hop back and forth between your games and windows. And then your status lights for your caps lock, num lock, and scroll lock are located at the top right here. Typically they're located over here on other keyboards or right on the key itself, but these are located up there on the top. So we'll plug it in and we'll take a look at the RGB. See how that looks. All right. And it's a very fast moving RGB. Cool. I like that style of RGB. It's kind of subtle, you know, it's not very over the top. Oh, cool. The G910 lights up down here, and this is just see-through plastic right here, but that's kind of a cool little feature. And then, so here's what it, you know, you can just turn them on and off. Okay, so there we have it, the Logitech G910 Orion Spectrum RGB mechanical keyboard. Very solid keyboard overall. It's got tons of great features on it. You know, you got a lot of buttons for macros. The RGB is programmable to your style. It's very tasteful RGB. It's not crazy, over the top, overdone. You got your Windows key, so you can switch, you know, between your game and stuff very quickly and easily with just a touch of a button. It's got ARCs compatibility, so you can keep track of, you know, all your peripherals and everything like that just right on the fly. Some things I didn't like about it was that the wrist rest was easily could easily pop off, and that felt very flimsy. Felt like you could just snap it and then you're out, you know, that wrist rest piece, and you gotta buy a new one. And then the angle of the keyboard, that just didn't feel, you know, very good to me. It felt more like a decline, and then even with the feet out, it felt like it was a weird angle, trying to put my hands like on a 90-degree, you know, on a cardboard box. So something to be aware of there. All right, so that's going to about wrap it up for today's video. If you liked it, go ahead and give me a like, share, and subscribe. You know, and tell me what you think of the keyboard. You know, do you have this keyboard? You know, let me know in the comments. You know, and we'll strike up a conversation. All right, so hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll see you in the next one.